In this video, we're going to use the Snapmaster and the cutting punch for the socket and the cutting die for the socket to insert the holes in the canvas for the insertion of the Lift the Dot fastener. These are the dies that you would purchase with the Snapmaster. The dies have one groove in them, so they insert easily onto the shafts of the Snapmaster. You can use this screw here to actually lock them in place if you desire. It's not necessary, but sometimes people do that. The cutting punch for socket, the one with the 4 posts, usually works better if you put it on the top of the shaft for the Snapmaster as shown here in the video. And again, you can tighten that to Allen set screw if you desire to lock these in place. Use the lower knob to find the correct cutting depth for the tool and the number of fabric layers you are working with. When the tool is set properly, it will close like vice grips do, with a confirming locking motion upon final compression of the handle. Once the cutting depth is correct, you should line the lower die up with the top die and lock the knob just below the die so that it will not rotate out of position. And that's all there is to it. We've set the height now. Now we'll do a preliminary test here to determine if this is exactly where we want that shaft on the lower portion of the Snapmaster to be. This is 4 layers of Sunbrella canvas. Let's see how it works. If it's difficult or if it doesn't punch through at all, then we need to adjust that lower shaft. And there it's too difficult. So we're going to adjust that lower shaft so that it makes it nicer. And sometimes it's necessary to go up and sometimes it's necessary to go down to find that sweet spot. There's a sweet spot right there. You can see how it works. It's very similar to what you'd find on a vice grip. Once you have it, make sure you use that side thumb screw to lock that die in place so that that die is actually straight. Then take it over your canvas again and punch it through. Once it's set, it should be set for the entire project unless your fabric thickness changes, but even then it's not usually necessary to readjust it again. And there, it popped right through. And we have the hole in the material. Now we have the hole in the center and the 4 slits for the post, but you'll notice that the fabric did not fall out. Don't worry about it. Here we show the fastener installed. Now we didn't show using the Snapmaster to install this Lift the Dot fastener, but as you can see, the screwdriver goes right through the center and moves that material out of the way. To remove the dies, I just simply hold that silver screw at the top of the Snapmaster and then pull that die off and pull the second one off. And that's all there is to using the Snapmaster with the cutting punch for the socket and the cutting die for the socket with the Lift the Dot fastener. Thanks again for watching. I'm Eric Grant with Sailrite.